Hey, welcome back to White in there. So, since the last video, I've gotten the motor off the engine stand, and I got it on jack stands, a couple of them, and I'll show you at the end of this video how I set it up so it's all stable on the ground. But we're gonna get this pilot bearing in today, and that inspection plate. I don't know what that thing's called, but that big aluminum shield and the flywheel. But this bearing, I don't know if it's going to focus or not. Okay, but see that side is just clean, smooth. Well, this side, right about on this side here, has numbers stamped in it. And also on this end, there's a seal on this very end of it. So this side with the numbers on it is going to face towards the transmission, so this way. So you'll be able to see those numbers when you get this thing finally installed. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do now. I'm going to zoom this in. It's going to be dark for a second, but I got a light. I'll turn that on. So this should be better. So I was thinking, I got a seal driver here. I guess you could use that, but I think I'm going to try starting it with a socket. And I got an 11/16 here. That seemed to be the best fitting one. But make sure you got it in the right direction. I'm actually going to see if I could get it to go in a little bit by hand. And maybe just enough to get stuck. Maybe I could tap it with a mallet. I don't know. Oh, that goes in really nice. I thought it was tighter than that, but that seems to go pretty well. And just keep going until you get flush with that inner flat part there. So I'm going to use my driver here. It's a good size for it. You can do it with a socket, but this will just let me know I'm bottoming out real well. Right there. Actually feels raised up a little bit. I know there's a lot of room behind it. So I actually want to knock it back a little more because it seems to be sticking out a little bit. I can feel it over my fingers. I don't want to knock it in too far. It's really close. Little hits is all it takes. So it's pretty good. It seems to be raised on one side a little bit. I'm going to hit it on that side. There we go. Now it's perfect. So that went real well. So then I got to get this, I don't know what you call this thing. Inspection plate. People call it different things. When it goes on one way correctly. Yeah, starter's on the passenger side. There's your starter hole. Oh, I should probably zoom back out. Huh. What was I thinking? Okay. So on mine, I can kind of see the marks from where it bolted up to the block with this shape here. So you'll know which side goes where. And the starter's over here. This thing was stubborn coming off, so it's going to be stubborn going on. This side of it's a little bent up. Just needed some persuasion. So it's seated against there all the way. And that'll seem loose, but it'll tighten up when you go to do the mounting bolts to the transmission. So I've got this clutch, or main flywheel here. And this sucker is heavy. That's why I'm doing it lower to the ground too. I forgot to get bolts. You at least get one of these bolts. And I put some Loctite on them. I don't know if it's too close or not, but yeah. And the reason I did that, you don't have to, I guess. Some say you do, some don't. But this is a really heavy flywheel. It's that high inertia one. Oh, good Lord. It weighs like 20 pounds more than the factory one. So, there is a lip on here you can rest it on if you get it up there, but the engine is at an angle, so I gotta be careful it doesn't come falling back on me. And you gotta turn it till the holes line up to the correct bolt pattern. One hole is offset in here. I can kind of see it right there, so this should be the right position. Maybe. Maybe not. No, I can't tell. There we go. Okay. So, try to get this on there in one shot. I can't see the holes at all. Okay. Not there. Not there. Closer, but not quite. Well, maybe it is. I can't see straight on. Don't think that was it. Definitely not it. Definitely not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's it there. Okay. I know my hands are dirty right now, but I'm going to go back and clean all this up. So I can get at least one of these finger tight so I can get up and grab the other ones. Okay. So again, I just got a little ring of Loctite around there. I was a little sloppy with it. Okay. Okay, I see a ratchet now. Those bolts are 3/4. Just snugging them up for now. In a crisscross pattern, like doing a tire. This wrench is... Get it out. Now, I forgot to get my torque wrench out, so forgive me for a minute here. Gotta grab it. This one only goes to 80. Shoot. Alright, forgive me, people. Okay, do have another one here. But I do gotta put batteries in it, so I'm gonna stop this right now. And we'll just make this a two-parter, and we'll start doing the clutch and stuff. But I'm gonna make a video on it in a second, but I gotta set the wrench up and everything. But torque these down to 105 foot-pounds. And what I'm doing is, I'm doing it in 3 stages. Like, I don't know, I'll figure it out. But just for example, like 70, 90, then 105. Just because this flywheel is so heavy, I wanted to make sure it's on there really square so I don't get any weird vibrations or anything out of this thing. But off camera, I'm probably going to go back. You got to put some clean hands, put some grease on your finger, and get all on that pilot bearing in there. And then come back and wipe all this down with brake fluid. I'll show that in a minute here, but I got to get this wrench set up, so I'm going to end it there for the minute. And we'll be right back with the next one. So while you're in there, hang on.